What is up, everybody? It's the Second and Nine podcast. It's been a minute since we've been back here. We got the boys in the house.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
We've been missed, I think.
We've been missed. And I think there's a direct correlation between us putting out episodes and me losing. So I might just have to quit the pod because I'm on a win streak, baby.
Well, I think if you quit the pod, we have a couple possible replacements to take over your chair.
We do.
Why don't we bring one of them up?
All right. Armchair analyst in the house.
What's up, boys?
Yo, what's up, Carwell? Congrats, man. Winning game of the week 6. Huge matchup. You came victorious in the bottom bowl. You're not the bottom bitch.
Yeah,
Dude,
Mitch.
You came to play this past week.
Mitch, the bottom bitch. And it's just so glorious to be able to say that.
Well, I feel like, Carwell came to play this week, but he's been working. He's been grinding in the hole for weeks now, like doing trades and the free agency and waivers. Yep. And I think things are finally like turning. You have, hey, let me take a look at your team real quick because you just had a couple of players that are going to completely. So DJ Moore on your team is going to get traded most likely.
And he got Ramondre from you.
Ramondre from me. Chase Claypool might get traded too. Like
Mitchell's
you have some
back.
Players that Mitchell's coming back. I'm scared, man. I'm playing you in 2 weeks. I'm scared, man.
Yeah, I had some tough luck in the beginning there. Chris Godwin being kind of banged up, and Dameon Pierce took a couple weeks to really get in the groove, and then Ramondre.
Kamara banged up too.
Thank you, Kamish, for giving me Ramondre for Travis Etienne because
redistributing the wealth.
That guy's not good.
Ryan's a grower, not a shower. It takes you're growing into this season really nicely.
So that's what Sarah says too.
All right, so part of your reward is coming on this podcast. The second part is that you get to kick one of us out. Neither of us know. We've both had to prep for this. So go ahead and tell us who it is.
No hard feelings, man. No hard feelings. I just who's going to be a better co-host with you. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh, okay. Sorry to say this, but Josh, you gotta go.
Fuck you.
Okay, so the funny thing now is that Josh still has to be on, he's producing the podcast right now. So he's in this small screen underneath and has to stay on as long as we do this pod. So
he's literally just producing our show now. He's just an employee.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, he might have to get kicked out and you might have to be a full-time replacement. But I think we have another guest joining us. Is that right? Yes. And a guest that I didn't know about. You invited this guest.
I did invite this guest, and I'm surprised that he willingly said he would get on the podcast because he just got smoked by me this past week. So let's bring on Mitch.
What's up, boys?
Damn, bottom bitch.
I'll get to that.
Okay.
But in a second. Do you guys listen to the Smart List podcast
with Tony Hale, or just in general?
Tony Hale's not. Okay.
No. He was a guest in the recent version, but yes, I love Smart List. Yeah.
So this feels like Smart List with the guest speaker, but also Sean Hayes is the host that always gets shit on, and I feel like Josh is Sean Hayes.
Oh my God.
You guys just shit on him so bad.
Yeah. So I'm Will. Can I be Will Arnett?
You do have Will Arnett energy. For sure.
Okay. Cool. That's good. I like that. I just need to make my voice a little deeper.
Yeah. I'm sexier too.
All right. So Carlisle, you chose to bring on Mitch. This is a topic, or you want to continue the trash talk from the game of the week victory you had. I mean, you beat him by a lot, didn't you?
Handily. Yeah, 145 to 96.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
My man didn't clear the 100 mark again, and I was getting shit on for not clearing the 100 mark 2 weeks in a row. So now, Mitch, you are now in sole possession of the bottom spot in the league. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good because I can only go up from here. I will say, Ryan, with this trash talk, that meme I made last week, I think you're going to be bumped down a tier, just one tier to Jason whatever his name is, Patrick Bateman. I mean, from American Psycho. So keep talking trash. I don't think you'll ever reach Josh levels of my feeling of losing to him, but it's all right. This is a rebuilding year. Getting sponsored by Equipment Share, so we were getting some extra funds coming in to get some good players for next year. So we're doing what we can.
Yeah, your team has a real blue collar work ethic, but
love the producer energy here. So
yeah, Josh is inserting himself even though he got kicked.
Yeah, so I still want to give you the floor as the winner. Do you want to continue the trash talk, or do you want to move on to our main topic?
Yeah, I think that's enough trash talk. I think Mitch is kind of hurting right now, just like all the members of his team.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I might buy a hospital for all of them to just chill in for the rest of the season. It's been rough.
So, Mitch, I didn't know that you were going to join, but hopefully you can stay and participate in this little exercise with us.
Yeah, I have no idea what to expect. So,
no, that's cool. Since Ryan was on, or since Ryan won and is going to come on, I was trying to think about like what are good topics for us to do. And being a gambling man, Ryan's a fellow gambling man. I figured nothing better than to do a little spreads with the games and come up with a little parlay. Pick the spread winners for each game. So I did a little bit of research. I think Ryan did a little bit of research. Mitch, you might be able to come up with some things on the fly. But why don't we go through each of these games, look at the spreads that are listed, and then pick who we think is going to cover.
All right.
Cool. All right, so let's start at me versus Matt, the commish versus the king of the Commonwealth. Vegas says that I'm favorited by 5.5 points here. I'm going to hammer this in. I think I am going to beat Matt handily here. And not even that. I'll say I was worried about this week after the draft because Jalen Hurts is on bye. And 3 weeks ago, I picked up Daniel Jones because I was like, oh, Daniel Jones is going to be available. He has a good matchup. I got to prepare. Matt's team is looking hot. Matt's team is not looking hot anymore. I am very confident. My team is very hot. I will say this. I will put up money on this game. If Matt beats me, I will give him $1 for every point that he beats me by. And I hope he'll reciprocate. If I beat him, he should give me $1 for every point I beat him by. So that's my challenge to Matt. That's how strongly I feel that I'll beat Matt. So I'll hammer in the 5.5 point favorite there. Carwell?
I like the confidence there. I was going to say about Daniel Jones. I picked him up in another league, and I really like that matchup against Jacksonville. Despite me saying that, I'm picking Matt here plus 5.5. I'm not confident to say that I'll pick him straight up, but McCaffrey against the Bucs run D.
Yeah.
Sutton possibly going up against Sauce Gardner. Like, even though you guys are going in opposite directions lately, I think that Matt might get himself back on track, even though he's not, able to use Google to find out that you can watch Thursday Night Football at bars.
Okay, all right, that was good. That was a good one. All right, Mitch, who you got?
2 weeks ago, Matt did a couple of very good trades, one with me and one with Roshan, and I honestly was like, okay, Matt's going to win the league this year. I just had that feeling. And that's bad news when I'm saying that because I made terrible decisions this year and we've only seen Matt's team go downhill since I thought that. So Roshan, you're winning this game.
Hell yeah. All right. Nice split here. All right, let's go to matchup number 2. Brandon versus Ryan. So the spread here was crazy. Ryan's a 26-point underdog or 26-point favorite. A week ago, I don't think you would have been favored in any game, but that just speaks to how hot your team is. I saw Brandon last night, and I think he's I think he's mad at me, honestly, for giving him a D+ in the draft grade. Like, he wouldn't say it, but I think he's mad at me. So it's really hard for me to go against my boy like that, but I'm going to pick Ryan. I think he's going to cover. Man, that's
That's a big spread. Like, I'm gonna come out and say that I'm confident that I'll come out on top this week, but man, 26 points is a ton of points. I will say Brandon's team, like, he's been struggling past couple weeks, but just like I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, he put up like 170 points.
Yeah.
So you never know what you're gonna get. It's kind of like TJ Hawkinson every week. One week he gets 42 fantasy points, one week he gets 1. That's Brandon's team. So I'll actually take Brandon plus 26 against myself, but I'm also gonna take his ass to the cleaners.
All right. Mitch?
Yeah, I'll say about Brandon's team, Brandon is consistently inconsistent. And what I mean by that is every single season we've played fantasy, his team's either scoring like close to 200 points or he's getting like 50. And I don't know how you can have a team that's that much of a roller coaster, but it's a toss up. Like I think Brandon's either going to smoke Ryan or it's going to be very close and Ryan's going to like inch it out. This is a tough one, but I'm going to give it to Brandon. I think his team's hot.
All right, that's a big spread. I see. I think the producer is doing some behind the scenes work. So shout out Wavy, gone but not forgotten. Thank you. All right, so next one up, MJ versus Mitch. So I did, like I said, I took some notes on the matchups here, did some research, and the thing was I didn't know that Mitch was going to be on, so I didn't. Honestly, what I was going to say was, like, I don't think Mitch is going to win another game this year, man. It doesn't matter who Mitch is up against. I'm just going to pick the person who Mitch is playing to win. So give me MJ to win by 25.
Yeah, I did know Mitch was going to be on, and here in my notes, it says, is another sub 100 week in the cards for my boy Mitch. And those are really the hard questions you have to ask when you got Rondale Moore, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and Caleb Huntley in your starting lineup. But, I mean, I don't know. It's once again, 25 points seems like a lot. But I got to take MJ. I'm sorry, Mitch.
Oh, no, I get it.
The real question is, who are you going to pick? This is going to say a lot about your team.
So I will say, no, this isn't a good thing necessarily, but the past 3 weeks, my team has scored very little touchdowns, but I've actually had good production out of almost all of my players in terms of yardage, snap count, things like that. I just haven't been getting in the end zone, and that's really fucked me over.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I just hit the lucky lottery numbers with some of these players, I'll be fine. But yeah,
you're due for a correction.
I'm due for a correction. Until the injuries are over, though, I will say I'll probably be losing most games. But MJ's a wuss, dude. Give me the dub.
All right, that's what I like to hear. All right, cool. All right, so we're halfway through. So next matchup is Gabe versus Dan. I'll make this one super quick. It's a Bills bye week. Give me Gabe to cover.
All right, I dubbed this one the battle of the double tight end lineups.
oh, Gabe's double tight end right now too.
Yeah, he's double tight ending with Tanyan in the flex.
Oh my god!
And like, I was leaning towards Dan plus 4.5. I think I'm gonna stick with it, even though he has Justin Fields against the Patriots, and he might end with negative quarterback points. But yeah, I think overall his team's going to show up even without the Bills.
Yeah. Well, he's finally got DeAndre Hopkins in the lineup, and he's playing tonight, so.
Yeah. I was going to say, because of DeAndre, I think Dan's going to potentially take this one. I feel like DeAndre's fresh. He's got fresh legs. He's going to crush it, but if tonight's not good, then I don't know. Gabe's got a shot, but I'll pick Dan. But I think it's gonna be a very close game, and I think the group chat's gonna get heated up come Sunday and Monday.
So, as Josh does this highlighting and bolding, let me lobby real quick as to why you shouldn't pick Dan, and then also why losing to Dan is the absolute Yeah, that's exactly okay. So Josh brought it up.
Wait,
While losing to
quick,
Dan,
Josh, I picked Dan, not Gabe.
I
Can't even do his
refuse
job.
to acknowledge.
Oh,
that.
get out. Okay, so losing to Dan is the worst because he has Josh Allen, the number one quarterback, and then he picked his QB2, Kirk Cousins, who has the same bye week as Josh Allen. That's why he has to play Justin Fields. Like, you're only gonna not play Josh Allen for 1 week. Like, come on, man.
He's playing Justin Fields over just getting another quarterback that's available.
Let me see what quarterbacks are available.
That's actually a valid.
Tannehill, Matt Ryan. Actually, yeah, I would play Matt Ryan or Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, I'd pick Heineke and just roll the dice on Heineke.
Yeah.
Even Davis Mills against the Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
Like, he at least passes the ball more than 15 times a game.
Bailey Zappi.
The Bears' offensive line looked so bad last week against the Commanders. I couldn't even I just feel bad for Justin Fields, honestly.
I feel bad for everybody that watched that game, including myself.
Hang on, I want to check one last thing. How many passes has Justin Fields thrown this year? Yeah, he's completed 63 passes. Justin Herbert threw 57 passes in the last game. Like, the Bears just don't throw. Anyway, I don't know. We don't have to harp on Dan for the whole pod. Let's go to the next game. Josh versus Bada. Why don't we start with Mitch, actually?
I don't have any analysis on this because my phone's not with me, and but I'm trying to think of who I remember from each team.
Here, I can pull it. I can pull it up.
Yeah, that would actually be great. I almost want to say Bada just to piss off the podcast master.
All right, so this is the Josh versus Bada lineup right now.
If we pick a Bada sweep, is Josh going to turn the pod off altogether?
Maybe.
I'll say this. I picked this as my closest matchup of the week.
Mm-hmm.
But I also picked it as the lowest scoring matchup of the week.
Oh, I tried to share my screen, but I don't think Josh wanted you guys to see his lineup. So
that's fine.
I'll go back to the spread.
Okay.
Producer. Thank you.
Oh.
Now Josh is on his screen. Josh, show my screen. Thank you. Okay. So, Carwell, you said this was your closest matchup. Who you got?
So, I got Josh +5.
Okay.
I think that Eno Benjamin might have a big game if James Conner is out. So I think that's a pretty crucial pickup by him. So I'll go out on a limb and I'll say Josh +5 in a close one.
Mitch, did you come up with anything?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just opening the app. So
no worries. I can go. I'm picking Bada. I'm hammering Bada, and I'll do an alternate spread on Bada that Bada's gonna win by 10.
Wow.
10 or more.
Yeah.
10 or
dude,
more.
I like Bada's team, dude. So I will say I'm not hot on Antonio Gibson. But Breece Hall.
Yep.
And Lazard, I think they're hot right now. I'm gonna give it to Bada. And sorry, Josh, but I gotta give it to Bada there.
I feel like how you said Brandon was consistently inconsistent. Bada's equally consistently inconsistent, but like in a trending upwards direction. So things are looking good for him.
Okay.
I'm glad that made sense. Yeah,
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a lot of uses of the word consistent in a sentence.
Yeah. Okay. Final matchup: Preston versus Martin. This one was pretty much a toss-up. I have Martin favored by a point here, and if we're up to me, this would be my game of the week 7. The decision this week is up to Ryan, but I will say this: last week with the dual game of the weeks, it wasn't fun at all to play Preston. This man was so demoralized after losing to MJ, like he just wouldn't accept any trash talk, and then he's like upset about the whole situation with which whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But I looked at his schedule for the rest of the year, and he's playing Martin this week, Josh next week, and then Gabe, Dan, Bada, Matt, and then Mitch. And he might be out of the group chat.
That's a scary schedule, man.
He might be out of the group chat until he plays Mitch. So I'm gonna pick Martin. Martin has had the top score in the league 3 out of the 6 weeks so far. He's right up there at the top of points for. He's back in the States. This man's coming.
The dogs versus the back in business in the States, boy.
Mm-hmm.
My differentiator in this matchup is the flex spot. Martin's flex spot is sorry as hell right now. He's starting Mark Ingram and Dontrell Hilliard.
Oh no!
Those
Why?
boys should not be in any lineup. And even if he subbed in Mac Hollins or DJ Chark, I don't think I would change it. I'm gonna go with Testosterone +1 and getting it back in the group chat.
Nice.
So I'll say, looking at these lineups, I agree with you, armchair analyst. Flex spots for Martin are not looking good. However, I think he has a higher ceiling with some of his players. Also, just geographically, Preston and our rivals, the Battle of the Beltway of Lynchburg. So I got to pick Martin here.
Nice. All right, that's the picks for this this week. None of us picked the same picks for. It's all different. So I'd like to see how we do at the end of the week. Carwell, why don't you take us home and let us know what the game of the week for week 7 is going to be?
All right. So, game of the week, week 7. I am calling the premature crowning game because it's Roshan against Matt. Roshan, who named his team Jordan 96-97 to crown himself back-to-back champ, and Matt, the self-proclaimed king of the Commonwealth. Yep, the premature crowning game. Also, 5-5 all-time head-to-head.
Dude,
so this is the tiebreaker.
Damn, I just pulled that up because I didn't know if you had looked it up or not. I didn't know that me and Matt were 5-5. I'm excited. I just beat Preston in our tiebreaker for 6-6. Like I said, I'm gonna pay Matt money if he beats me. I don't think he's gonna beat me. So
yeah, that wasn't even planned. You adding that just made this so much sweeter.
Let's go. Okay, I'm stoked.
Excited.
I'm stoked. Thanks, Ryan.
And there was actually one more thing I was going to bring to the table. And I did not let anybody prepare for this. So since Mitch is here with you, you can work in conjunction with him.
Do you want to bring Josh on too for the end, or are you going to leave him out?
Josh, get in here, boy.
Woo! Let's go!
All right.
I like this 4-screen setup. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
This is a thing.
I'm here every week if you want a guest analyst. But so we're what, halfway through the season now, since we're doing a 13-week regular season, right? Which players from each position, QB, running back, wide receiver, and tight end, league winning players and league losing players?
So just to make sure I'm following like your train of thought, when you say league winning players, are you thinking like just the players who have scored the most or steals for their draft position?
So without like giving too much direction, I'll just say players who you see winning people the league.
Yeah, I think I can do this for each position.
Yeah.
Quarterback is, I feel like, just leading the league overall because of how scoring is going right now.
Are you saying in general? Oh, no. I think he's talking about specific players.
I know
right?
he is, but I'm just saying quarterback's
Yeah.
the most important. I feel like Hurts.
I'm gonna say Hurts. Yeah, dude, Hurts.
Hurts.
For the cost of where I got him, I'm gonna go Hurts.
Okay, so Hurts was actually my second pick.
Lamar Jackson.
First pick is Lamar Jackson. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think his ceiling is crazy, and I think who knows, maybe Deshaun Jackson is the piece they've been missing for the Ravens offense. But yeah, I
Doubtful.
think his combo of throwing and passing, and dude, he just scores so many points. I think he's a league winner.
I think Hurts, though, for the job position is definitely a good pick, Roshan and Josh.
Yeah, value wise, I think that's a good one because then you might have a stronger roster.
And shout out to, I think, Josh last year, just kind of calling that Jalen Hurts was going to be a freaking beast. Like, I think
Dude.
I think we all knew that from college, but like he obviously turned out to be an extremely talented player. And the fact that the Eagles are undefeated right now, also the NFC East minus the Commanders, complete 180 from last. Just want to shout out the NFC East boys.
NFC least to NFC beast.
Hell yeah.
No, just to keep this pod, or one of our rules is 20 minutes. We're at 26, so let's keep it moving.
Yeah, so
league loser.
So league loser for quarterback, I would say Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell.
Ooh, that's
right
actually that's a good pick there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Trey Lance just because I'm the only one that drafted a QB that literally got injured.
Yeah, but I don't blame Trey Lance for that. I blame Russell Wilson.
I will say I drafted Matt Stafford, dropped him. It's not necessarily his fault. I think the offensive line just sucks so bad.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's go to league-winning running backs.
Wait, who did you pick for the league loser?
Oh, yeah, I actually picked Russell Wilson as well.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, Wilson it is.
So winners for running backs, I would say
there's a clear one here.
Josh Jacobs.
Ooh,
and I mean Saquon, yeah, but I would say Josh Jacobs for the value.
I was going to say even Barkley for the value because I think everyone just thought he was going to get injured again.
Dude, it's Barkley for the value, man. Top 5. Could have been a top 5 pick. Got him in the second round.
And, well, Austin Eckler, though, I feel like for future value, if we're including that in this, I think Austin Eckler is the best pickup.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd put Breece Hall there, too. Breece Hall and Josh Jacobs for me.
Yeah, Breece Hall's a contender if he plays out the rest of the season like he could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That was a 4th round pick by Bata.
Who are yours, Carwell?
Wild card for mine, and don't let this go to your head. Ken Walker.
Yeah.
I think that is clear starting running back production for like no cost.
Yeah.
Ken Walker was a 9th round draft pick by Roshan.
All right, so losers. I would say
it's a clear
maybe
one here.
Zeke.
No.
Zeke
was a 2nd round pick. He's still playing. Javonte was a 2nd round pick, and he's done forever.
He got injured, Like I don't know.
That's a league loser, though. That'll lose you a league.
That's fair. I just can't blame injuries. Like I would say, like Zeke and Antonio Gibson, are probably big losers for me.
Gibson's up there. I feel personal just with Swift being out for so long, but that is just an injury.
Yeah. Wait. Where's Jonathan Taylor?
Oh, for 101.
Jonathan Taylor has like he's below Mostert, Penny, Connor, Dillon, and Harris and Pollard in points. Yeah, and he was drafted 1-1.
He's currently the number 39th PPR running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll lose you some leagues. That's who I went with as well, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. Cool. Receiver. Some
of the rookies were hot to start, but I feel like the rookies have cooled a little bit now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're winners.
Maybe Christian Kirk.
Oh no, is it Amon?
Waddle.
I think if we go a little
guys
deeper,
like that.
Dave Davis too has been crushing it.
Hey, that's Josh's boy.
Yeah, I'm giving Josh a lot of props today.
Yeah, this one's probably the hardest one for me because like the big names are the big names, but then a lot of other receivers, they have hot weeks and cold weeks. Like I haven't really found like very consistent league-winning value yet.
I don't think there's a receiver that got drafted later than Amon-Ra St. Brown that is viewed as a top dog like he is. So
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's him.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Where was Amon-Ra drafted in our draft?
Sixth
round. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got one. I don't know if he's not as like high of an upside as Amon-Ra, I don't think, but not gonna toot my own horn. Chris Godwin got him in the 8th round, and that's like wide receiver 1A, 1B, Tom Brady at quarterback, and he's been producing very consistently since he got back.
So, yeah, I guess injuries, like everything aside, I'm just looking at a Chris Godwin and the guy who you just roasted earlier in the pod, Donovan Peoples-Jones, have the same amount of points this year.
Well,
but Chris was hurt for the first 3 games.
Yeah.
Wasn't he suspended? Or no, wait, was that Mike Evans?
Yeah, Godwin hurt his hamstring game 1 and then missed like 3 games.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I know at least one person will agree with me on the loser here, but Allen Robinson is a clear loser for me in the wide receiver spot.
I should drop him.
Yeah.
But
Just out of spite.
I can't.
No.
Man, I got him in the 5th round. I got a 5th round player that's trash.
Yeah.
Hurts.
It's unfortunate.
Are you a man of principle, Josh? Because
No.
in principle, I would drop that man's ass.
All right. You know what? I'm going to drop him right now. Live on the pod. Dropping him right now.
I had one more league winner, actually. Amari Cooper, incredible surprise with how much value he's given MJ. So that'll be I mean, that's a big reason why MJ is where he is right now. The consistency of Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I did not expect that from the beginning of the season.
Mitch, what about your loser wide receiver?
I don't know. I'm gonna go kind of wild here. Probably no one thought of this, but I think Adam Thielen, in terms of like hype compared to what he's producing, is just not what it used to be. And I think it's a lot because of Justin Jefferson. And Josh made the move. He dropped.
Swear to God, if one of you pick him up, I'm gonna be so pissed right now.
Yeah, Thielen. I have Thielen in a couple other leagues, and I just don't think the Vikings have really figured it all out yet. They have flashes, but I'm still holding out hope for Thielen.
Ryan, who's yours?
So I went kind of in a similar vein as you, Mitch, and I got Hunter Renfrow. He's like, I think 7th round is where he was picked, and yeah, he has not been good so far.
Yeah. All right, let's go to tight ends. This is a weird position because it's like, if you got Kelsey or Andrews, you're a winner. They are just so incredible at the position. I'll give my actual winner to Ertz. I think Matt picked up Zach Ertz in the 9th round, and he's the 3rd tight end, and he's 10 points clear of Dallas Goedert right now. Tight end just an ugly position.
Yeah, you would definitely know about that, Roshan.
That's my loser. Yeah, Kyle Pitts. I'll go ahead. Kyle Pitts is my losing tight end. 3rd round pick. It just has not panned out for me, and I think I'm gonna have to keep him. I think
yeah,
to next year
to ride it. I think I have to ride it. Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know. Your team's too good to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
But you could drop him live on the pod.
No way, dude. No way. Another winner, maybe Taysom Hill for me.
Yeah, I think it's easy to say this, but I think just Travis Kelce. I mean, isn't he I can't talk. Doesn't he have the most receiving yards on the Chiefs right now?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's I just feel like getting that much value from a tight end, even if you have to drop them in the 1st or 2nd round, it's just that's goated right there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be my pick, but Zach Ertz is a really good pick too.
Yeah, Kelsey was my pick as well. He's basically giving you wide receiver value from the tight end spot. That's just wild.
Nice. And then losers, we're on the Kyle Pitt train.
Oh, I will say Kyle Pitts, but I feel like Cole Kmet had so much hype.
Oh yeah, Cole Kmet. That was you. You picked him. Josh wanted to pick him.
Yeah,
I tried to trade Mitch for him too.
complete dud.
It would have been
So-
so funny if Josh got Cole Kmet, because I think he would have had a player on every position be a league loser so far.
So I'm just to be different. I'm going to say Komet.
Cool.
Yeah, I went Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
I had him in another league.
Dalton Schultz will do. I think Martin drafted him in like the 5th round too. So that's loser potential.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, Ryan. Thanks for the segment. That was actually pretty fun.
That was fun.
Just reminiscing on how many of Josh's picks just turned into busts.
I'm gonna bust
Jeez.
all over Bada this week though.
Yeah. All right, I think that's a wrap for 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. Thank you to the guests, armchair analyst, and the GM of the Lynchburg football team, the commish as always. And my name is Dan. Lost to me. Don't ever forget it. We'll see you next week on the pod. Enjoy the football Sunday, baby. Wild Goose.
Coming for you, Matt.
Peace.
See you, boys.
See you.